I can't have this equipped in order to progress, so we're gonna just put on different gear. Make sure we're facing the right direction. All the XIV quests that I no longer have to do. Huzzah! What's up? Nexus modification? Nope, nope, not that one. Novus modification? No? Is that not what I just... Zenith? No. Which one do I have to... Novus soul glazing? Yeah. So, wait. Novus... Spent? Okay. Ah, yes, the telltale humming of power, yearning to be set free. Scarcely requires zodiac glass to see that your weapon's soul energy is now fully attuned. Soul glaze coating has served its purpose. The time is ripe for it to become off. This will take but a moment. It is done. Your weapon has awakened to its latent potential. Take it up once more and feel its newfound power course through you. Let's inspire the Nexus. Wherefore art thou? Okay, I have to equip that. Can get assigned. Zodiac, Zodiac, wherefore art thou, O Zodiac? Archon, come, tell me, how fares your relic? Splendid, splendid. Why, I dare say our efforts with soul energy have been well worth it. Suppose this is when I ordinarily revere my next grand plan for further enhancing your relic. It shames me to say I have none to share. Not for lack of thought, though. I've revisited each step of your journey, starting with the relic's initial infusion of Thrasnarian mist. From there, I've considered your painstaking collection of crystallized souls, and how each of the 12 varieties of Atma were fused into your relic thereafter. I've reflected on asking you to walk in the footsteps of the Zodiac Braves, and you absorb the light of slain souls into your relic. Ah, and did not such efforts yield a mightier weapon still? Indeed they did, as did using a sphere scroll to imbue your relic with the fortifying strength of materia made into light. Finally, I've dwelt upon our application of soul glaze, so that all the energies become aligned within the weapon. By my estimations, you now hold an arm of unparalleled soul attunement because of it. It has been quite the winding road we've walked. We have traversed it with success, and I would perfect your relic, no matter how long it takes. Yet... well, as I said, I have done all I can think to do. Soul within your relic must be close to that of the arm of legend I desire to recreate. But what comes next? Mayhap the nature of the soul in your relic is lacking? No, that cannot be. Please, Archon, do not mistake my pessimism for a lack of will. I simply lack for a way. I'm at my wit's end, unable to see the forest for the trees, as it were. Although, certainly not without allies. What if Geralt holds the answer to this particular conundrum? Can't say I relish the notion, but it would be thoughtless to dismiss the man's curious expertise. Could I ask you to approach him in my stead, Archon? You have convinced the man to lend us his aid before. Perhaps you can do so again. Geralt. Stick your head up out of your cups for a second and talk to me. You're here for your kettle, it ain't ready. Takes time to get the texture just right, you can. Ah, for the love of the gods, it's you. Is your yearning for punishment know no bounds? Or is it just that yonder old coot can't get enough of me sparkling personality? So you're both still foundering over that relic of yours? Well, I do owe Jalzon a debt for that wine. I have a mind to help. Who knows? Might be as there's another bottle or three of fiery liquor in it for me if I do. He said yes. Oi, Jalzon. For all the time you spent burying your beak in moldy books, how's it you always lost as for what to do with the bleeding relic? Ah, well, never fear. I'm here to bail you out of your predicament. The way I see it, trying to better a weapon that can't be improved anymore. We've just made the thing into the bleeding picture of perfection. No amount of spit and polish will make it any finer. I suppose I know what you say to be true, but cannot help but feel there's something more still to be done to realize its potential. I wish there were. Seeing as restoring the bloody relic is some of the finest work I've ever done. But if you mean remake a legendary arm like what the Zodiac Braves wielded, well, you can't do it with this. Weapons are just different, down to the very smithing. If this relic can never become... Has my work been for naught? I must return to my research then. Mayhap I will find a clue on some forgotten page. A clue, ye say? A clue what unlocks a forgotten way to forge steel? 7 hulls, old man, that sounds bleeding interesting. Yeah, let me take a look at a book or two. Can't very well call myself the best smithy in the land if there's a technique sees the sun I don't know, can I? Skill is not in doubt, Geralt, but precious few descriptions of the arms of legends' appearances remain, and accounts of their fashioning are fewer still. Even this, my most comprehensive tome, holds but snippets. Take a genius to understand it. Can't you remember who you're talking to, old man? The greatest weaponsmith in all the realm can't figure it out? No one can. Let's give it a read. Oh, blow me down. This is some bleeding brilliant smithing what's written here. My finest kettleworks pales in comparison. Gods, I've a mind to try me hand at this. But, well, you're welcome to the techniques, but what are the materials? I dare say you cannot simply find the catalyst the ancients used for soul infusion in this age. Simply put, we cannot just recreate the legendary arm. Might be as you've a point there. Given the right stuff and a picture, I could fashion a fair likeness of Zodiac Brave's arm, but I'm well bugged as to how we might infuse it with soul. Doubt Threvnarian mist could do the job. The relic's infused with soul, and fortified with atma, and spiced with materia made light. 7 house, I've got it. What? Break out your strongest liquor, old man. There is a way to recreate an Arma legend. See, the relic's got the right bleeding soul energy. We just need to get that to ascend to a legendary host. Ascend the soul into a new host. My friend, should you but prove yourself here, I will sing your praises not only as the greatest weaponsmith of the realm, but the greatest of our era. Well, I'll have you singing like a canary by the time I'm through. But let's not forget about Geralt's payment. A bottle of 3 fiery liquor, eh? Good. Now, first, we have to assemble a few materials. Just in case I have an inkling of how to forge an Arma legend. Don't mean I know what it's supposed to look like. I'll need a tome what'll tell me about the original's appearance. Seeing as you've bartered for books by yourself in the past, I'll leave the finding of the bloody thing to ye. I don't mind to get pecked by the harpies around Revenant's Toll. Next, we'll need something to forge the host. You're about as like to find what they used eras ago as I am to find sobriety. So we'll just have to use the next best thing. Whatever that is. Aye. What we're looking for is the most versatile of materials, what can be formed in anything. A feeling something like that can't be bought for all the gil in Eorzea. So you'll want to talk to a bloke what's wise in the ways of crafting and gathering. Now, if you can lay hands on that for the new host, then we have to deal with infusing it with soul energy. That means some mighty special form of material. Might be as I've got an idea of where we'll get our materia, so don't worry about that for now. Of course, I'm not certain how we infuse it with the host, seeing as this new materia is 100 times more powerful than ordinary gobs of the stuff. Could we not channel the energy of this highly potent materia into another sphere scroll? It is a method that served us well in the past. Unless, of course, the materia is so powerful it would incinerate a standard sphere scroll. Is it even possible to contain such energy? I know little of sphere scrolls beyond that which you have shared with me. However, Master Mutamix and his disciples at the bonfire may have the answer. And we'll need a catalyst for the materials in transformation to light. I suspect, however, that no ordinary Alexandrite will suffice this time. You would do best to seek a strange fellow styling himself a treasure hunter. I've heard he found an exotic stone. I am certain the man, and those close to him, cannot be difficult to find. You're to come straight back here when you've gathered all the bits and bobs together. As much as I thought I'd had enough of ye, I know I can stand a little more. If it means seeing a real Arma legend come together, and the soul in your relic ascend. What do I have to do? Sounds like there's quite a few things to do here. Gotta get up to Zodiac Weapon Zeta before we can do that. Let's see if there's anything in Orton. Okay, there's a couple of people in Morden, couple new things in Mordenau from the look of it. Sing me another song, inscrutable taste, ponds of flesh, that's new. Oh, what use is it Heavenware's aplenty to sell and not a soul around with any intent to buy 'em? But I suppose griping about it won't change things none, nor do aught for Gijasana. Oh? And where did a strapping lad like yourself spring from? If you've a mind to barter for tomes, there's no need to speak with yon pretty lass. Nay, Papana will deal with ye instead. Now, don't think ill of me as some filcher of others' custom. Nay, though I may be the wandering sort at heart, I'm here because Jejusana is my dearest friend from years back. I hadn't thought to meet her again in a place like this, though. 'Tis the cruelest of fates that keeps me friend here pawning books adventure. Aye, Jejusana's fallen into fearsome debt with that harpy Rowena. Selling tomes as dull as the day is long, but even that's a boon for the lass. Well, Papana's nothing if not loyal, so I marched myself up to Rowena and wheedled myself working, peddling tomes. What wages I don't need to eat, I'm using to pay down Jejusana's debts. Now, adventure, are you not just telling me why you've come yourself? Book about ancient heroes and the weapons they wielded, eh? Ah, there's a chance I laid eyes on such a tome just a few days ago, so there is. Tell you what, how about we make a fair trade of it? The book you want for a bombard core and a bottle of sacred spring water, and a bronze-like crystal. Aye, that's an equitable deal if I do say so myself. I shouldn't be but the work of a moment for an adventurer like your fine self. I'll give you a hint anyway. Gab a bit with the merchants around Camp Bronze Lake. You might just get a shiny bit of rock. You're the Guiding Star Labor of Love? Yep. Ah, my kindred spirit. If you come for more of Talon's cookbooks, or do you have another purpose here this day? Eh? You need a versatile material with which to fashion anew the legendary arm of Zodiac Brave? God's beard. That is no small thing. Dare I say some form of dark matter would best serve your purpose. You won't find anything suitable in Eorzea's markets, which means you're gonna have to improvise. Truly unique material is called for. Well, you certainly know how to pique a craftsman's interest. I will aid you in this enterprise, adventure. To begin, we must scour every ilm of the realm for materials with the requisite properties. Our search may outlast our lives, may help our children's lives too. But we shall be vindicated in death, even if it takes 500 years. Not one for jests, I take it. Even my passion is not so boundless. The materials I have in mind are hard to come by, 'tis true, but not so hard as all that. Elegant resin should serve as a base for our compound. Here some traders found a few lumps of the stuff amongst the Elegant ruins in southern Thanalan. If you browse the markets over there, you're sure to find one sooner or later. The journey will be long, of course, but not so arduous as searching every ilm of Eorzea, eh? Treasured mother we want, not... Why, if it isn't the nice man who wanted all those maps, what bring you to Brainwine's way? Alexandrite? Oh, a bit of crystal my son brought home? I'm using it to brighten up my garden. But if it means so much to you, I suppose I could part with it. Well, in exchange for a few things anyway. Just a few items that I have wanted for of late. Certainly nothing an adventurer like yourself should have any trouble with. Do we have a deal? Good. Well, the first thing I would like you to bring me is a bombard core. Just have to drop it in the bath and presto, boiling water to soak my bones in. Next, I should like some sacred spring water. My neighbor swears by it for getting stains out of dirty clothing. And lastly, I need a new teapot. Proper brass one. Should like something a bit easier to use than the chipped earthenware one I have now. I'm sure you can barter or buy bombard cores and spring water, though I do not know where. But I do believe you would like to find metal kettles in the North Shroud. Okay. The last person is apparently in Central Thanalan. Either these have multiple steps, or this is a lot easier than it used to be. A lot easier, and a lot easier than this wiki page on it is making it seem. You're the one who's trafficked with Miqo'te and Sphere Skulls, yes? And stop moving towards him. I said stop moving. Perhaps you do not know me yet, but you will see. Soon all will know Adkin, Master Mutamix's right hand. Now, what is it you want? Sphere Scroll. I knew it. You came to sup with Miqo'te's knowledge without paying me any heed. Tut tut, sir. No more, I say. Miqo'te has milked your dealings enough. Today, I shall fashion the scroll you seek and gain Master Mutamix's respect in so doing. Gosh, I must think. Channeling a materia of power beyond compare into an empty host. Tricky. Only an ink with an unholy level of ethereal conductivity would suffice. Miqo'te's beloved superior enchanted ink would combust, transferring such energy into a sphere scroll. Was it Miqo'te's note said? Something along the lines of, kill the 4 kings, disfigured, imprisoned, unchained, and forgotten? Why? Ah, that's right, for their blood. The answer, sir, is an ink distilled from blood. Yes, the blood of these so-called kings, which you will be harvesting. Now, your first target is the king disfigured. I believe it can be found in the Wanderer's Palace. I'm unsure what it actually is, so I say slay anything that moves. Yes, the palace was once sacred ground, but neither the long dead of Nim nor myself care. Go to your grisly task, and do not return without the blood. Those are our 4 steps. We currently need 2 bombard cores. And those are acquired. Don't worry, he's here. From the quartermaster. Those are acquired from the quartermaster. If you can successfully click the quartermaster anyway. Materials? Material. Okay, but where in the quartermaster? So I need to rank up before I can go further with that. I'm also going to need more flame seals than I have. Huh. So, let's see. In order to rank up, what do I need in order to rank up again? Ah, right. That's what I need to do. So right now, oh, that's all that's left for that. Let's go find you real quick then. So that's Eastern La Nocia. Blood Shore, that's Costa del Sol. Cobalt Missionaries. $28.25. There they are. Okay. Oh, back to Ul'dah. And now we can see how we are as far as ranking up. I need to pay 9,000. Okay. By the power invested in me, I hereby appoint you to the rank of Second Flame Lieutenant. By this promotion, you are eligible to transfer between the three grand companies of Eorzea. In order to do more adventurous to grand companies, the Alliance leaders recently introduced a system which allows members of one organization the freedom to transfer to another. If you wish to shift your allegiance, you may do so by speaking with me, with the personnel officer of the grand company you wish to join. The procedure incurs a registration fee, though payment is waived the first time you transfer. Furthermore, this promotion also confers upon you the right to purchase land or an apartment in one of the residential districts established for adventurer use. If you're interested in owning estate or property, I suggest you speak with a resident caretaker posted to the district you have your sights set on. You'll be able to receive sound guidance on going about purchasing a plot of land, buying an apartment, or building a hall.